Today we have a woman who worked for the USDA fraud department to combat fraud but ended up committing one of the biggest welfare scams in US history. FBI Assistant Director in Charge Christopher G. Rea said, Alisa Davis, a USDA employee, is alleged to have abused her position and privileged access to confidential government databases to assist her co-conspirators in exploiting the SNAP program, driving tens of millions of dollars in fraudulent transactions. This alleged scheme benefited the defendants while undermining critical safeguards designed to ensure that SNAP assistance reaches only eligible families in need. The FBI will never tolerate any individual who exploits federal financial assistance for personal reward. According to the indictment, statements made in public court proceedings and filings, and the evidence at trial. The SNAP program uses federal tax dollars to help low-income households purchase food. SNAP recipients use electronic benefit transfer (EBT) cards, similar to debit cards, to buy food at participating stores. Those stores, which get license numbers from the USDA, use special EBT terminals to swipe the EBT cards. When a SNAP recipient swipes their EBT card, the system verifies the transaction and electronically deducts the purchase amount from the recipient's account. The corresponding federal funds are then transferred to the store's bank account. Starting in 2019, Kehoe orchestrated a network that supplied approximately 160 unauthorized EBT terminals to stores across the New York area to illegally process more than $30 million in EBT transactions. Working with his co-defendants Nawafleh, Omar al-Rawashdeh, Abaid, and Imad al-Rawashdeh, Kehoe submitted approximately 200 fraudulent USDA applications, misappropriating USDA license numbers and, in some cases, doctoring application documents to obtain EBT terminals for unauthorized stores, including smoke shops and other ineligible businesses. Critical to the scheme was Alisa Davis, a longtime USDA employee who worked within the very division of the USDA responsible for identifying SNAP fraud. Davis abused her privileged access to federal systems to sell hundreds of EBT license numbers, enabling over $36 million in fraudulent SNAP redemptions at unauthorized stores. Davis photographed handwritten lists of license numbers intended for qualifying stores with her personal cell phone and funneled them to an intermediary who sold them to co-conspirators, including Nawafleh, Omar al-Rawashdeh, Imad al-Rawashdeh, and Abaid, who then used those license numbers to fraudulently obtain EBT terminals for stores that were not authorized by the USDA to process SNAP transactions. In return, Davis received substantial bribes that were disguised in communications as, among other things, birthday gifts and flowers. Kehoe, 46, of Long Island, New York; Nawafleh, 34, of the Bronx, New York; Omar al-Rawashdeh, 37, of the Bronx, New York; Abaid, 39, of the Bronx, New York; Imad al-Rawashdeh, 37, of the Bronx, New York; and Davis, 56, of Gardner, New York, are each charged with one count of conspiracy to steal government funds and misappropriate USDA benefits, which carries a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison, one count of theft of government funds, which carries a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison, and one count of misappropriation of USDA benefits, which carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. Davis is additionally charged with one count of conspiracy to commit bribery, which carries a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison, one count of bribery, which carries a maximum sentence of 15 years in prison, and one count of conspiracy to commit honest services wire fraud, which carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. Nawafleh is additionally charged with one count of failure to appear, which carries a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. Thanks for watching, and let me know how you feel about this story in the comment section. Also, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.